everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and we are here with the first round draw for the Champions League for season number 4. Team-wise, there's not a lot of very good teams in there, I wouldn't say. We are seeded in the second group. I have no idea what that means, but I would imagine we're going to end up against one of these teams. There's a team from San Marino, a team from Faroe Islands, a team from Lithuania, and a team from Andorra. We're in the same group as TNS, who are obviously from Wales. And then up at the top we have Berka Karakara from Malta and Rabaniki from Macedonia. Let's see who we get in the first round draw. Hopefully somebody easy, that's what we're hoping for. So we're first out of the hat. We're taking on TNS from Wales. Interesting. Oh, is it set? We were always going to get TNS by the looks of it. So it's going to be a tricky match, this one. TNS might be a little bit better than some of the teams we've faced so far. Let's have a quick look. They have one real player in the shape of Keith Stacey. Looks like a pretty decent player as well, actually, I must admit. Pretty much along the same sort of level as we are. So this is going to be an interesting first round. Let's also have a look at who we're going to get in the second qualifying stage, should we make it. Let's do an automatic draw. Let's have the excitement on the go. I should imagine we're going to end up with one of the teams in the top seed. Who are we going to get? Who are we going to get? Albanian team ain't too bad. Oh, they've got to end up with Sheriff. Olympic from Bosnia gets Celtic from Scotland. Oh, I'd love to have got that one. Maccabi Tel Aviv. Oh, we've got Maccabi Tel Aviv. Difficult game against the Israeli champions. This is going to be very, very difficult. And if you look at some of these other draws, like that would have been winnable against Vålerenga from Norway. Begin from Luxembourg would have been winnable. Even Cliftonville, I think we were probably seeded to end up in a difficult match anyway against Maccabi Tel Aviv. But of course, we have to get past TNS first. It's not going to be an easy task in itself. I think it's a little bit more difficult than the game we had last year against the team from the Faroe Islands. So it's going to be a tricky one. And I'm looking forward to getting into this match. I've made no transfers whatsoever so far because I've not found anybody who I think is actually going to improve our team better than what it already is. If we just let the final draw end up, and there we go. There it is. We have got TNS in the first round, and then we'll take on Maccabi Tel Aviv in round number 2. So let's get straight into that match against TNS. We're just going to do the first and second leg of that one in this video, and then should we get through, the next video will be the match against Maccabi Tel Aviv. So let's go straight into TNS. And here we go with the home leg of this first round Champions League match. And I was a little bit worried, but we seem to be heavy favourites for this one. So hopefully that is going to be the case. Michael Luke is our key man, apparently our top goal scorer from last season. Although most of those goals were in the space of 2 matches. Like I said, transfer-wise, we've got nobody, and I can't seem to find anybody who's going to improve our squad. So I'm not going to spend money just for the sake of it. Team-wise, we've got McDonald in goal, obviously our first-choice goalkeeper for quite some time now. Coming into his 4th season for us. As you can see, he's conceded 44 goals in 62 games and got 33 clean sheets in that period of time. So he's a fantastic goalkeeper. We've got Joseph at left back, the first choice at Gibraltarian left back, really good player. In the middle we have got Matt Maguire, who scored on the last day of last season, looking like a very good player as well now. His stats are going up again. We've got Steve Cooper at the centre back position, of course, here. And ever present. If he can get that marking up to 10, I'd be so happy because then have the whole trinity up to 10. Right back, we've got Stuart Cook, one of the players that came through our academy a couple of years ago. Got a bit more football last season. Really starting to come into it a bit now. We've got Tristan Sargent, who for the 2nd season in a row won the Goal of the Season award. Hence these long shots of 12. Pretty good player, Tristan Sargent. Alongside him, of course, we have the captain, Frank Evans. 13 caps and 2 goals for the Gibraltar national side. Really fantastic player. So happy to have him. On the left-hand side, we have Isaac Cortez, who, according to my coaches, is one of the best players in the first division in Gibraltar. So hopefully we get a lot more of him. He's got a lot of 10s, but hopefully we can really get that up a bit higher at some point. Got John McDonald out on the right. Again, a very good player. Got 16 games for us last season, scored 5 goals, and then before them, he came from Lincoln Red Imps, got 42 games, 3 goals. So he scored more goals for us last year, ratio-wise. Then, of course, up front, we have got Michael Luke, who is, I've just noticed, he's green all the way. His stats are firing up. And alongside him, of course, we have Hulk. So this is pretty much our best team we can possibly put out. The only problem we do have is that, of course, we've had no friendly matches before this match at all. So fitness-wise, we're going to struggle, but I should imagine that's going to be the same for them as well. Now, the fans are confident we're going to dominate this one. The assistant manager needs to be dominant. We're going to dominate this one as well. But let's just hope that we do. Let's tell them we've got faith in them all as well, because that gives us some more green normally. It has done indeed. Looking pretty good. So let's go straight into it. Let's see if we can get a few goals in this one. I'd like to get a few home goals so we can go to the away leg and be a little bit more comfortable. That's going to be the key, I think. No league to look at, so let's have a look at the match overview. Not the match overview, the match stats. We'll see. So they've had a shot already. And they've had more possession. So we really want to, like I said, get a few goals in this first leg just to make it a bit comfortable for going to the away leg. We want to guarantee ourselves that match against Maccabi Tel Aviv in the second qualifying round. That's going to be where the money is going to be, I should imagine. Might even get a bit of TV deal as well. Boost our reputation as well. The further we get, boost our reputation. That's going to be one of the keys. Really want to become professional as soon as possible. Joseph plans the ball forward. It's up. Cut out by Morris, but it's picked up by Tristan Sargent. Plays it out to Cortez on the left-hand side. Cortez cuts it back into Sargent, into Frank Evans. Frank Evans brings the ball forward. Sees the runner McDonald out on the right-hand side. McDonald cuts it back into Frank Evans. Frank Evans back into Tristan Sargent. We're looking to try and break them down now. Tristan Sargent not under any pressure at all. Sees the pass there to Michael Luke. Michael Luke, great. Scooped pass into Hulk. Keeper saves it. Hulk gets a second bite of the cherry. And again, the keeper saves it. And it's cleared as McDonald got tackled very well there inside the penalty area. And we had our opportunity there to try and get in the lead. And although they've had 4 shots, we've had 2, both on target as well. Of course, both of those shots were in the space of 3 or 4 seconds by Hulk. So, let's see if we can break them down even further. It looks like we're on the attack again with Joseph now on the ball. Sends a big ball over the top. It's going to be picked up here by Cortez. He's got a 9 for crossing. Pretty decent for this level. There is the ball in. It's cut by Michael Luke. Michael Luke has to play it back out to Cortez. Cortez sees Hulk in the middle, and Hulk taps it into the back of the net. And Europa Point lead 1-0 here. Sell-out crowd for the home as well, which is pretty good. Get us a few quid, and we made a lot of money last year. We made about £300,000 profit, so we're very much in the black now. I think another good year in the Champions League. We could be close to getting £1 million in the bank, which might just be enough for us to consider becoming a professional side. I've tried a few times, but of course the board are not 100% on par with what I want to do. I don't think the board believe in how well this series is going to go, so hopefully we can convince them at some point, because if we can go professional, the whole game will just completely open up for us. We could really sign some top-class young Portuguese and Spanish players and start to develop them and really advance ourselves as a nation and as a team as well. I want to get into that Champions League group stage at some point. I'd hope within the next sort of 2 or 3 years we can definitely become professional. In the next 10 years, maybe get into the group stages in the Champions League. Like I said, the seasons are going to become a lot more quicker now. I'm only going to do probably 3 or 4 episodes per season because we're going to win the league now. You've all seen the league already. Michael Luke makes it 2-0. Great goal, great crossing by McDonald as well. Yeah, you've all seen the season now. You've seen how it all works. We won the league by 17 points last year, so it's quite clear we're going to be quite comfortable again this season because some of our rivals have lost some of their better players that I've been trying to sign, but they've decided they want to leave Gibraltarian football now. But yeah, I think if we can, I'm probably going to dominate the league, like I said, so we're probably going to skip through most of that. I'll show you, of course, cup finals and things like that, just to show you us picking up silverware. But apart from that, it's probably not worth it. It's probably better off just showing you the Champions League every year and just showing you how we're developing there. And of course, when we do become professional as well. And of course, Youth Intake Day, the big day of the year. My favourite day of the year. So we're 2-0 up at half-time, pretty good. We'll have to think about making some substitutions soon because of obviously poor match sharpness. We've got some decent players on the bench we can bring on. Some younger players as well that I want to try out. A bit more. Aiden Ives made his debut the last game of last season. Foster's unhappy because he wants some more first-team football, so he'll probably come on. Ashley Riley didn't get a lot of football last year either. Back for you, Baxter. Young left-back is going to get a bit more football. We have released a lot of players, but of course there will be a season preview video probably coming up after these 2 Champions League matches. Oh, Stacey's already been booked. He's their key man. He's the only player in the entire team that is real. And it looks like he's just getting a stern talking to. I thought he might have been sent off then. If he had been sent off, he would not have been able to play in the second leg. That would have been a massive one for us. So 2-0 home win is still, it's good, but it's still chance for slip up in the second leg. So I would like some more goals. We're going to make a couple of substitutions here. We're going to bring on Steve Foster in place of Frank Evans. Aiden Ives, should bring him on? Yeah, why not? Let's bring him on in place of Hulk, just to protect Hulk a little bit. And then probably Ashley Riley. Let's bring Ashley Riley to protect Joseph. We don't want to lose Joseph at all this season. So we're going to make all three of our substitutes with half an hour left. A little bit of a risk, but... Oh, I can't believe I've just brought on a player who's got the same fitness as everyone else. And Aiden Ives, okay. Bit of a cock up there on my part, but there you go. Can we get another goal here before the full time? I'd love to go in to the second leg 3-0 up away from home. That'd be pretty good. And then again, we get one goal away from home. It's really going to help us out with the away goal as well. Got to keep a clean sheet here. That's the main thing. And we're now starting to show our dominance in the game. We've had 10 shots. We've got 58% of the possession. But TNS, the new Saints, are on the attack. Morris forward to Lucas. We do not want to concede here because that would completely open it up. And Cortez catches a hold of the ball and he plays it over the top to Ives. Aiden Ives. Oh, lovely little ball around the corner to Michael Luke. And Luke finds the back of the net and does make it 3-0. That's going to make me a lot more comfortable going into that second leg. And Michael Luke starting the season pretty well. He's the guy that I think can dominate the league. He's the guy that I think can get tons and tons of goals for us. But he seems to be so inconsistent. He'll score loads of goals and then he'll go a chunk of time without scoring a single goal. So he's so inconsistent. Hopefully this season will be his year. This season he'll start to come into it. He's still only 18 years of age. Can we get a fourth here before the game ends? Cortez with a corner. There's a header by Foster and it does dribble over the line. I think that's going to be an own goal for Lucas. It is an own goal, so we're 4-0 up, and I'm very, very confident now. We're going into play Maccabi Tel Aviv in the second round. Don't think we'll beat Maccabi Tel Aviv. Of course, that'll be the end of our Champions League journey this season, but still, I think it'd be a good way for us to earn a bit of extra money. You never know. We could beat Maccabi Tel Aviv if it was a one-off match. You'd never know, but of course, because it's going to be a two-legged affair, it's a bit more weighted towards the stronger team, really. And there's the final whistle, 4-0 at home for Europa Point over TNS. Yeah, fantastic result. Very happy with that. Man of the match, of course, was Isaac Cortez with his 8.9 rating, 1 assist, 2 goals there for Michael Luke as well, 1 for Hulk, assist as well for Steve Foster and Aiden Ives. I think Steve Foster got an assist for the own goal, even though all he did was head it against the defender, but still very, very good. So yeah, I'm going to whiz you straight through to the second leg. Okay, just to cut back in before we go into that second leg, something very interesting has just happened. The national manager of Gibraltar, Jeff Wood, has just stepped down. So, of course, we are going to apply to become the national manager alongside, of course, our club job as well. I'm hoping I can do that, can't I? That's not going to be a problem with my club job. Let's go for it, see what happens. I don't think that's going to matter too much with the club job. I can do both jobs at the same time, I believe. Seems to have crashed the computer. It's been unsuccessful. What? Hang on a minute. What? La 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 la. Why is that? Your application to fill the vacant manager's role has been unsuccessful, with your application failing to make the shortlist. Well, that's a bit annoying. Why? I can't understand that at all. I cannot understand why we've not even been offered it. Or at least a chance to interview for it. Well, that's annoying. Well, let's see who does get the job in the near future. But yeah, let's get straight into that TNS match. I'm disappointed with that. And here we go with the second leg. Of course, as you can see, we are heavy favourites again to defeat TNS. We're 4-0 up on aggregate anyway, so this should be a pretty simple one. Made a couple of changes to the team. And we brought in Tony Ball at the right midfield spot. A player who's done quite a lot for us over the last few years. Since the game started, we had Tony Ball from the very beginning. McDonald then moves across the left. We brought in Foster, who's a player who's wanting a lot more first-team football, and he is a pretty decent player. He's got pretty good potential, so we're going to start him here today alongside one of our signings from last season, of course, Stuart Conroy, a very good defensive midfielder. Then we just brought Ashley Riley into right back. Again, a player who only played 13 times for us last season. Hopefully he'll get a lot more than that this year. But yeah, let's get straight on with it. Let's show the... well, they've gone for a different formation this time. Let's show the national side what they're missing out on here. Let's tell them we expect a victory, and of course they have faith in them all. As you can see, we're still struggling for fitness and match sharpness. Hopefully these two matches will help us out in building ourselves up for obviously the match against Maccabi Tel Aviv coming up in the next few weeks. Tony Ball straight away with a cross, and he's completely sliced it. It's gone wide. And look how good the stadium is for TNS compared to our little one. I'm so used to seeing our little stadium now that stadiums like this are just absolutely massive. Hopefully in the future we can get enough money behind us to build our own stadium like this. We've got quite a few quid behind us at the moment. I think it'll generally take us a little bit of time getting up to a point where we can do pretty well in the Champions League and stuff like that. And they've scored straight away with Stacey after 3 minutes, and that is 1-0 to TNS. One goal for us, I think, will just turn the whole thing around. If we get that one away goal, we'll be looking pretty good. But that's a great goal from them to start things off. This match is actually being televised as well. It's not giving us any money for it, though, I don't think. We seem to have made £50,000 this season already. Not quite sure where that's come from. We've got no prize money so far, so not sure where that money's come from at all. But yeah, we're 1-0 down straight away after their first shot of the match. Like I say, one goal for us away from home, and I think that will completely just turn the tie in our favour. If they score another one here, we're going to be in trouble. Isaac plays it forward, cut out by Joseph, headed back to Isaac. Isaac plays it forward, cut out by Maguire. And this time the ball was picked up by Hulk, plays it out wide to Tony Ball. Tony Ball sees the run of Hulk, and Hulk breaks the defensive line. Brings it into the box. Can he get it across the face of goal? He does. No. It's blocked by a defender, but Tony Ball picks it up. Tony Ball does get the cross in. It's headed clear. Only as far as Foster, though. Plays it into McDonald. McDonald's clear. And it's cleared by the defence. And there is a clearance by Vokes. And we are in the attack. Like I say, one goal for us. And I think that would really just kill this tie off, because they would have to score another 5 if we score one more goal. Tony Ball with a cross again. And again, he sliced it. That's twice so far Tony Ball's done that. Bit of a shame. So as you see, energy-wise, a few of them are struggling already as well. We'll have to be aware of that. We'll make our substitutions. It's only been 7 days since our last game, and we're still very early into our pre-season training, so we are struggling quite a bit. Just hoping nobody gets injured. Matt Maguire and McDonald look to be struggling a bit, though. Joseph with the throw-in in. It goes to McDonald. McDonald across to Conroy. Conroy plays the big ball forward. It's cut up by Vokes before it could reach Michael Luke, the target forward. Through to Belton, through to Isaac. And I'll tell you what, this one is really looking like it's going to be an end-to-end match. Good tackle by Foster, cleared by Conroy, up to Hulk. Hulk heads it on. Only as far as the defender Vokes, who plays it back to the keeper, Cotterill. Maybe we can play this game on the counter-attack. They need to come and they need to score, so we're going to play counter-attack. Trying to play the offside trap. It's not quite worked, and it has worked actually. Keith Stacey was offside. We're going to drop back to the counter-attack style now, and hopefully they're going to break on us and we can just attack them and catch them goals when they're not paying much attention. Stacey again over the top. That looked like a handball. It was a clear handball, wasn't it? Yeah, by Maguire. And they've got a penalty, and it's starting to get a little bit worrying now. I'm a little bit worried. We do not want to get knocked out. We don't want to win 4-0 in the first leg and then lose. And there is the second goal scored by Hogan. So now it is. Right, so we're struggling here. We are struggling here. Let's... We're going to need to change some stuff, I think, aren't we? Let's limp through to half-time, and I think we'll change a couple of bits, I think. I'm really worried here. I think we can limp through to half-time. We're on counter. We're going to stick to structured. And we want to just try and just stop them. They're just doing so well at the moment. We've had the same amount of shots each, but they've had 2 on target. Now Hogan with the ball again. Hopefully they're not going to score enough before half-time, because that would really be a worry. Of course, they need to score 2. Oh, Oh my God, what are you doing, goalkeeper? What are you doing? Hogan has just scored. How on earth have you lobbed the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper stood in his line? That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. They're 3-0 up before half-time. Oh my God. What is the goalkeeper doing? Oh no, he's right off his line. Huge goalkeeping error there. And we are deep in the doo-doo right now. What on earth is going on, people? Right. Let's tell them that that is just disgusting. Which it is. Let's also change the tactics. Let us... What should we do? What shall we do? I'm thinking we bring Tony Ball and McDonald back. I think McDonald's going to have to come off because he's really struggling for energy. So we'll do that. Bring on Baxter and put Joseph up to that midfield role, which he can play as a supporting winger. Conroy is more of a defensive midfield, so we're going to drop him back to there. And we're going to bring on Frank Evans in place of Hulk. I know it's a bit of a risk, this one. And we're going to play a little bit more defensive like this. And hopefully it's going to be enough to... hopefully it's going to be enough to hold on to this lead. I know it's a bit of a risky one, sort of willing them on, but we're going to a counter-attacking style. We're structured, so hopefully we can break on them. We're going to go flexible now because we have got enough players around to back ourselves up. Tony Ball, you're going to be a winger. That's the best you can do in that position. Conroy, you are a ball-winning midfielder. Joseph, a winger. Right, so I think that's going to be okay. You're going to be an advanced forward. Right, so let's go for that. Let's see how we get on in the second half. We have to hold on to this. One more goal, and it's really going to help us out. One more goal for us, that is. One goal for them, and we're in trouble. So Matt Maguire's struggling for energy as well. Might have to look at bringing him off at some point, as is Michael Luke as well. We've not got much on the bench to really... striker-wise that can help. We've got Ives up front, but I don't know if I want to risk bringing on a young player like that. It might have to be Maguire coming off because he's down to 52 now. We don't want to concede another goal. So let's bring on Stuart Cook in place of Matt Maguire. Half an hour left. We just need to hold on to a 3-0 loss and we'll go through for that match against Maccabi Tel Aviv. 20 minutes left. Come on, don't flash anything up on the screen. No more highlights. No more highlights. 10 minutes left. Let's contain it. Let's contain it. Let's go highly structured. 11 men behind the ball. Let's hold it on. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh no, they've got a corner with 2 minutes left. Don't do this. Foster. Oh, clears it forward. And Michael Luke's up there on his own. He's going to be one-on-one with the goalkeeper. If Michael Luke scores this, it's tie over. Come on, Luke. Oh, it's saved. Oh, and Frank Evans puts it over. Oh, God. If Michael Luke had scored that, it would have been tie over. There's 30 seconds left. Come on, don't let them score now. Hogan with a big ball over the top. How are we playing ultra defensive and they get us over the top like that with only 3 men back? And he puts it straight over the top of the bar. Right. Goal kick. Come McDonald. Waste the time. You have done. Play that ball forward. There it is. Yes. We lost 3-0. But it doesn't matter because we're going through to face Maccabi Tel Aviv in the second qualifying round of the Champions League. Let's say that they were lucky there. Because they were lucky. They look motivated and fired up by that anyway, so that's good. Oh God, that was terrifying there for a minute. Half-time losing 3-0. We managed to hold on to that 3-0 loss to go through 4-3 in aggregate. It shows how important them 2 goals were at the end of last match. So yeah, we'll come back in the next episode and we'll face off against Maccabi Tel Aviv. It's going to be an interesting one, that. It's going to be very, very interesting. See if we can do better. I think last year we lost 9-2 on aggregate to Malmo. If we can lose by less than that, I'll be more than happy. So yeah, join me for that one. That should be uploaded tomorrow. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. And of course, subscribe for a lot more of this Gibraltar challenge and a Manchester United challenge, which should have been uploaded by now, I believe. I'm recording this quite far in advance, so the Man United challenge should be done by now as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.